Hey folks, Chris here, back with another Proto Tech Tip. Now, this week we're diving into the world of welding, and I'm breaking down the differences between spot welding and seam welding in sheet metal manufacturing. So let's get into it. So here at Protocase and Protospace MFG, we use a model called High Velocity Mass Customization, or HVMC, to custom manufacture your fully finished parts and enclosures in as fast as 2 to 3 days. Pretty cool, right? And yes, that also includes welding. Now, welding can solve a range of problems, from creating complex multi-piece parts and watertight joints to adding structural strength to an enclosure. And at Protocase and Protospace MFG, we actually use two methods of welding: laser welding and MIG welding. The type of MIG welding we use is known as cold metal transfer. And if you'd like to know more on why we chose this method, check out our previous Proto Tech Tip video where we cover it all in detail. We'll drop the link in the description below. So two popular types of welding are spot welding and seam welding. So both are going to be meant for joining overlapping sheets of metal, and the main difference here is that spot welding joins metal at isolated individual points, while seam welding creates a continuous unbroken line of fusion along a joint. Spot welding, which is done with our laser welder, works by focusing a laser beam on a specific location for a short duration. This melts the material locally to form a small fusion zone that joins the sheets together. Unlike traditional resistance spot welding, laser spot welding does not need electrical resistance or electrode force and does not require access to both sides of the joint. On the other hand, seam welding involves creating a continuous weld along the length of the joint, joining two or more pieces of material together. Now, depending on the welding process, the weld is formed in different ways. With laser welding, you've got a focused laser beam doing the work, while MIG welding uses an arc and filler material. Seam welding is commonly used when you need a strong unbroken joint or to provide a degree of sealing against liquids or gases. Spot welding creates discrete isolated weld points, whereas seam welding produces continuous overlapping joints that provide natural fluid and gas sealing. Now, if you need a watertight seal, spot welding is not your best option. Since the welds are only applied at discrete locations, there are gaps between the welds where water can potentially pass through. Now, in this case, seam welding is going to be the better option because it creates a continuous weld along the joint, providing a much more effective seal between the two faces. Oh, and just so you know, Protocase and Protospace MFG, we can handle both methods across a range of materials, including stainless steel, cold rolled steel, galvanneal, and aluminum. So the question is, which one should you use for your project? Well, it really does come down to a few things. If your joint is purely structural, think chassis stiffeners, brackets, tabs, or enclosure corners, spot welding is your go-to. It's faster and it's more cost-effective. It's especially great if you're doing prototype work or low volume runs. Meanwhile, if your joint needs to hold maximum liquid, gas, dust, or block any EMI, that's when you want seam welding. Things like sealed enclosures, tanks, anywhere where you need a continuous airtight seal. It's also a better choice when you've got a long straight or gently curved lap joint, because otherwise you'd be making dozens of spot welds to cover the same ground. So if you are getting your parts welded before you finalize your design, here's a few things to keep in mind. First, keep your flange width generous and don't place welds too close to edges or each other. Otherwise, there will be problems with current shunting or edge deformation. Also, try not to go too big with the thickness differences between your two sheets. Ideally, keep it within a 3:1 ratio. And remember, if you're going with seam welding, it does build up heat, so expect some warping on thinner material. So that's a wrap on this week's Proto Tech Tip. If you've got any questions about welding, please don't hesitate to reach out to our team. We're always happy to help. And just head on over to either of our websites and fill out the contact form. You'll find links in the description below. And hey, if you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.